Rosii here with Iconix Radio, and today we have an amazing artist coming here on Iconix Radio, the one and only Mr. Rusty Gear. Now, Rusty Gear is what I would love to call an amazing storyteller. From so many songs, just recently last year, he had one of my favorites that we all know oh too well. Over 150,000 streams, guys. Now, Turn My Engine Over was a duet. It was a story that you could just not, you could not ignore because it was based on a true story. So Rusty is one of the ones that takes all of the stories, brings them to our ears, and our speakers become our life. Now, Rusty Gear continues to make music, Americana, country music worldwide, that his latest project, Music City Drifters, is taking over so many households right now. Now, if you don't mind, could we please give a big hand clap, get your pen and your pads, because he's going to be dropping a lot of gems today, and we love the hat. Rusty Gear is here. Rusty, how are you feeling? Happy new day to you.
Thank you very much, Rosie. Thanks so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
Rusty, we can go back to last year and even go back to an amazing win that you got at the CMA with the CMA Texas of the Duet of the Year award, Lonely Road. When you look at the accolades and you look at 150,000 streams and counting, when you look at all of the reviews and the hearts that you touch with your music, we're in 2026. What are your feelings now? Because you just don't stop.
You know, I've been very lucky. It's always about the people, Rosie, and you know, I got so many nice introductions from John in Houston, including an introduction to Evelyn Rubio, the wonderful Evelyn Rubio, who sang with me on Lonely Roads, and so happy with how that session came out. First time I ever worked with Andrew Bradley at Wire Road Studios, and we did a song there called "The Saddest Town in Texas," and that was a bluegrass style song, and it ended up on a couple of Spotify's editorial playlists, which is a big deal for independent artists. And so it's just really happy to make those connections and to meet Mary Minter of the CMA of Texas, and very grateful to be able to get that award. I wasn't able to attend the ceremony, but it was really a treat to get to know all those folks.
Yes. And, you know, when you think of collaborations, I know that that's something that is very dear to you when it comes to working with other artists. And but if you will, what's an average studio session like for you? Are the lights down? I mean, do you have your notepad? Are you an iPhone? Like, are you millennial? Like, how do you create the atmosphere for your studio sessions? Because I know that storytelling is very important to you.
So typically, it'll be one of two things. I always try to come prepared, because it's not fair to the session musicians to show up and not know what you're doing. So I try to be prepared. The songs are done. The lyrics are complete. There's no let's make it up on the fly kind of thing. But what I'll typically do is either play a very stripped down demo, or I'll just play the song on my acoustic guitar and sing it for them. And that allows the session musicians to take some license and put their own ideas into the tracks as we go. And a lot of times you'll just get some great ideas from what they're feeling when they hear your song, and they listen to the lyrics. They always make room for them and try to play things that accentuate them. So that's what I really appreciate. And we, you know, if we work efficiently, we can get tracks on a song done in an hour. And then usually I'll come back the next day and sing the vocals separately. you put a scratch vocal down on the instrument track, but then you'll sit back the next day and really try and work on a great vocal performance to the best of your ability.
I love that. You know, things have changed so drastically, and I love how what you said, we don't do things on the fly. I love the fact that you give the band, the entire room, an idea of where we're going. This is what, like, this is the start of it. And it's, to me, I would have to say it's super old school because I'm the same way. You know, most people, it's popcorn culture now, right? So everyone's like, just get it done. But you say, no, we're going to do this the right way. I'm going to play the song. You're going to listen before everyone starts giving all of their ideas. I think that's just amazing because it's how sessions should be ran, especially if you're bringing the band in, right? And you're a musician yourself. So it only makes sense, right? But let's back up a little bit. You play the guitar. How many instruments do you play, Mr. Rusty Gear?
So I play the guitar, I can play the bass, I can play the drums a little bit.
Nice.
I make my own demos. You know, every once in a while on a show I'll play the mandolin. I'm not a good mandolin player, but I can bang out a song on the mandolin.
Hey.
But my key thing is to play the guitar, to play the basic riffs of a song. I have a great lead guitar player in my band who can do all the shredding, you know. They let me play a lead every once in a while, but I'm really there to sort of hold things together.
I love it. Speaking of holding things together, what was it like for you growing up? Who was little Rusty Gear?
I grew up in a big family, and in those days we had a lot of freedom, Rosie. You know, we left the house in the morning even when we were just little kids and ran around and, you know, went into town by ourselves. So we sort of we were out on the roam. I definitely got into some trouble when I was a little kid. I was not an angel, but I straightened myself out a little bit. You know, I've got a great big family. My oldest brother is a musician, was a great guitar player growing up, and so I looked up to him, and then we ended up playing in bands together for years when we were younger, and he was a real inspiration. I sang in the church choir when I was a tiny little guy, and that definitely was helpful, and I sing in the church choir now with my daughter, so
wow,
great fun thing to do. But I definitely was not a perfect kid, but I sorted myself out as I got older.
I love how there's a family tradition there, if you will. Church choir. Somebody's got to be. I love how that's a part. Music is a part of your family, and obviously, is definitely being passed down. When you're looking at the music that you have out right now and the streams, the numbers, because Rusty, let's be clear. You ain't got 2 streams. You don't have 100 streams. You actually supersede over 10,000 streams plus into the hundreds, a project. That's huge. Now, what does it take for your marketing? What does it take for, like, how is that coming so natural to you now? Because obviously, if Rusty drops a song, it's gonna be hitting some numbers. So as an independent artist, I think that's really important because everyone wants to be able to see that their music is being heard, right? So what are some of the marketing tools or what are some of the things that you're doing to help you reach such an amazing wide range of listeners?
So I think the most important thing, Rosie, is I've now been doing this for almost 10 years and putting out music consistently. And so just that cadence of continuing to put music out, I have enough real fans out there, not tons, but enough that they look for the music. When I go on Release Radar, which is where Spotify puts new music, I usually get thousands of organic streams for every new song I put out. So
That's right.
I think that's the most important thing in terms of the streaming audience. I've been doing radio promotion on small independent radio stations for a long time through Grassroots in Nashville and with Bill Wentz also in Nashville on Americana, and particularly the small stations that Grassroots promotes to. They now know who Rusty Gear is. They know what to expect. So when I put a song out, they listen to it, and typically there'll be 30 or more of them who will play it and put it into a rotation. So I'm not, I'm a small-time independent guy, but it's great to have people knowing that some people are actually listening to the songs and hearing them. And then the final thing I do, which has been really interesting, is there's an entrepreneur in the UK, Stuart Cameron, who has the Hot Disc Top 40, which is a country chart in Europe. And it's really the only one in Europe. And it's for independent artists. It's not for Chris Stapleton. It's for indies. And he
Right.
he distributes music to about 50 radio stations around the world, primarily in Europe, but around the world.
Wow.
And I've been putting songs on the Hot Disc Top 40. I probably got 5 number ones on that chart over the
Come
last
on, Rusty.
10 years.
Yes.
And again, those radio stations, the programmers and DJs now know who I am, and again, will give my music a shot and play it if they like it. And I get on Apple Music now, they have a report on Apple Music for artists that basically gets spin information from 40,000 radio stations around the world. So you can see if your songs are being played in particular markets. And
wow,
in any given month, 40 or 50 of my songs are getting played somewhere. So,
come on, Rusty.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm never going to be a star, but I know somebody is listening to my music.
Oh, stop it, Rusty. I love it. You're so humble. But again, these are the things that independent artists, they work for. This is what we want. This is what it's all about. Even if, like you say, it may not be thousands, but you got a couple of 100,000 listening. But somebody's listening. You use the word fans. They become your family. They become a part of your journey. And I think this goes into one of my favorite, Music City Drifters. Let's talk about the title. How did that title come up? Like, how did it come about?
So I was really lucky to get I wanted to make a bluegrass record. So there's no drums, no electric, anything. It's all acoustic. And I was lucky enough to get a really top-notch bluegrass band to play on this record. And Jason Roller, who is one of the leading guitar players in Nashville, he's a house guitar player at the Grand Ole Opry. He's in the band Alabama. Incredible musician, plays guitar and fiddle. And he helped put together a band that's got Justin Moses, who is a very famous dobro mandolin player, married to Sierra Hull, who's a huge Americana star. We got Evan Windsor on the bass, who's great, and Scotty Sanders, who's just one of the great steel and dobro players in Nashville. He just come back from touring with Post Malone and doing a session with Dolly.
Nice.
I just had an incredible band, and I chose that name because to me that's the band. They're the Music City Drifters, and
oh, nice.
Yeah, to me that's the band. And so if I did another bluegrass record, I hope I can do that one day with that band. I would call it Music City Drifters too.
Hey.
Yeah, and they just did a killer job. There's 8 songs on the record, 5 new ones and 3 remixes that I wanted to do bluegrass, and I just really, really lucky to have such good players on the record.
I love that. So Music City Drifters is out. Listeners, go download, stream, do everything to support the one and only Mr. Rusty Gear and the Music City Drifters. Now, I think this is so much fun because, again, you find the titles in a creative way. Like, it's based on a true story, right? When you look at the listeners, what can they expect from you on stage? Like what's a good show for Rusty Gear?
So typically, I have a band here that the full band is six pieces, three guitar players, a female vocalist, and drum and bass. And rhythm guitar player is an excellent vocalist, and Lisa Kaine is a great singer. And so what they're going to get is it'll probably start out with me playing the acoustic guitar and us playing some country and bluegrass and some of the
I love it.
lighter stuff. You're going to get three-part harmonies with me, Bernie, and Lisa, which is just a really important part of the show to me. But you're also going to get Lisa and Bernie singing some lead vocals too. They're both great singers, and we do some covers and classics that people really love. You know, for example, Lisa sings that Shania Twain song, "Man, I Feel Like a Woman."
Oh my gosh, one of my faves. Yes.
She blows the place up with it. The ladies in the audience just love that song so much. So we'll do some acoustic songs, and then typically I'll pull out my electric guitar and we'll get into the rock and roll and songs like "Turn My Engine Over," "The Dog Won't Hunt," "When the Hammer Falls," the kind of rock and roll that we do. And you know, we'll usually do some covers. We'll play some Allman Brothers,
Yeah.
and some songs for Lisa to sing, and it's usually a fun show.
I think this is just so great. Just the way that you continue to give back to the audience, to your fans, your listeners, and the potential new fans that are here right now, guys. Go and download all of Rusty's music because I'm telling you, you will be blown away. Rusty, what's in the works right now? Within the next for the rest of the year, what do you have happening? Like the people want to know. We want to follow and continue to be a part of your journey.
So the latest project that I've been working on is called Blues from Muscle Shoals to Nashville.
Nice.
And in my first records were made with a team of musicians that included Clayton Ivey, who's a famous Muscle Shoals musician, played on tons of hit records, and Bob Ray, same thing. And Tony Sarno, who was a great blues guitar player and was my producer for early records. And so I hadn't worked with those guys for like 4 years and decided to pull them back together. We went to Sound Emporium, famous studio in Nashville, with Brad Hill, who's been my producer for years, and Sean Paddock, who's Kenny Chesney's road drummer, did an incredible job. And I brought from Connecticut with me Shane Kirsch, who played horns in George Clinton's Parliament Funkadelic Band, and who plays with us sometimes.
Yes.
Shane's an old friend. He did all the horn arrangements. So we got 4 new blues songs that are coming out in the next month or so, including a song called "Your Guilt Ain't Good Enough," which is on May 15, and that's sung by Camille Ray, who is an unbelievable singer. Wait till you hear her vocal performance on this song. It's just right up there with anybody you could listen to. She kills it. She's great, and so I'm really excited to get that out there. And so yeah, that's the latest, and we're starting to play those songs now. Those 4 songs at shows here.
Okay.
And if you look on Instagram, you'll get some teasers on my Instagram for some of these things that are coming out.
Speaking of social media, where can people find you and continue to support you, Rusty?
So at Rusty Gear Music on Instagram is you know, we're putting something up all the time. Every time I have a show, there'll be something there. We did a showcase last year, so actually on rustygear.com, there's a lot of live performance footage now. If you want to see the band play live, you can find that on rustygear.com. We're doing more and more on YouTube. You know, we've built up some followers on YouTube, and that's now a good way to get music out to folks with shorts in particular, which are like Instagram Reels. So we're just trying to put more and more video out with music behind it, just so people have an opportunity to see and hear what's going on.
Guys, listen, this has been one of those interviews that I just hold near and dear to my heart because Rusty Gear is an amazing artist. Now, Rusty, to the listeners that are just tuned in, very quickly, what are some inspirational words you would like to leave them with?
You know, I think everybody's got a story. And
yes.
For the kind of music that I play, it's all about the story. And there's just no way to deliver a message or tell a story that's better and more engaging than doing it with a tune. And so tell your story and put it to music.
Guys, without any further ado, thank you so much, Rusty Gear, for stopping by Iconix Radio. We love you. We support you. And your music will always be right here at Iconix Radio. It's your girl, Rosie. Rusty Gear, thank you so much for your time and your talent.
Thank you so much, Rosie. It's been my pleasure.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. It's your girl, Rosie, with Iconix Radio. We are Izzy out. What's going on, guys? Guess what? We're not letting Rusty go that fast. We have to play the game. Rusty, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you a question, and I'll give you multiple choices. You just give me the correct answer, okay? And I got faith in you. Are you ready, Rusty?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it. Okay, Rusty Gear. Which country artist famously sang On the Road Again? Was it A, Willie Nelson, B, Johnny Cash, or C, George Strait?
Willie Nelson.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct, Rusty. Okay. All right, Rusty, here we go. Now, what's the oldest instrument commonly used in country and Americana music? Is it A, the banjo, B, the fiddle, or C, the harmonica?
That's a tough one.
Ooh.
The fiddle.
Is that your final answer, Rusty?
Yes, but that's not because I'm confident in it.
Well, you better, because that is correct. Okay, here we go. This one is already for the win because obviously you're there. All right, Rusty, here we go. I don't want to give you that one. I want to give you the, ooh, okay. Rusty, what state is the setting for the iconic Take Me Home Country Roads? Is it A, I seen your face, you're like, what? A, Tennessee, B, West Virginia, C, Kentucky?
West Virginia.
Final answer?
It's not fair. We cover that song.
I know. That is correct. I have to get you. You know, Rusty, this has been so much fun. Again, to the listeners, be sure to tune in and download, stream all of Rusty Gear's music. I just want to say again, Rusty, thank you for all you do for the music community. And for those that would like to know, who's on your playlist? What are you listening to these days?
I've been listening to a lot of Billy Strings. Okay. Billy Strings won the Grammy for Highway Prayers, which is a great album that he put out last year. Been listening to Tyler Childers, also great. Watch House, really nice Americana. That I've been mostly sort of Americana bluegrass these days.
Well, that's how we like to end on a good note. Rusty Gear, again, thank you for coming by Iconix Radio. Any final words before we go?
No, just thanks so much for having me.
All right, Rusty, if you could please just tip that hat one time for me. Oh, come on, Rusty. I know that's right. We'll see you soon, Rusty, and we can't wait to have you back here on Iconix Radio with your new music for 2026. We're looking forward to having you again.
Be my pleasure. Thank you, Rosie.
All right, listeners, as Rusty said, hats off. We'll see you soon. Bye.